Hello, everyone. All right, we're good. I forgot to get myself a glass of water. So before I start that, I'm gonna set myself up for success. We are live 2 places. So we are live on TikTok and on Instagram. So welcome all. When I get to cooking, I am going to be like heads in because I've tried to, I'm saying I proved to you all that I can do this in about an hour. We're gonna put a timer on it. So, but I definitely am going to need a full water bottle to start this. All right, if you don't know what we're doing, we have a thaw or not meal plan. It is a dump and go, and you can either do it for the Instant Pot or the slow cooker. I'm not gonna talk too much detail around it while sorry, this guy is supposed to move. I'm not going to talk too much detail while I am prepping. I do, and I will look at questions every once in a while, but because I want to show you that you can do this in about an hour, why? I'm going to just kind of get to it. We have a companion calendar that is good for purchasing. So the companion calendar is free. You can make these meals as you go through the month of February is what this one's for. You can download this. You can see how to utilize the meal plan. And I have purchased all of these groceries for this particular meal plan at Aldi. And I spent about $159. I know it says $145 here. I realized there were some ingredients I put back, and I want to make sure that you know that if you have to buy all of the ingredients minus the spices, that you will be spending around $159. So, sorry guys, okay. I want that guy to move. All right. So with this thaw or not meal plan, if you are a member and a paid member and you download these resources. So, okay, let me go back a minute. We have a clickable, it's not clickable when it's on your fridge, but PDF for a calendar to set you up to cook the month of February, to have every meal plan during the weeknights, minus Valentine's Day, and for it to be quick and easy. It is both a once a month meals recipe and an Aldi side. We also have a grocery list that comes with that for you to know what serving date ingredients and what sides to get from Aldi during the month to save you. Like if you just don't want the mental overhead of planning meals, this is for you. It's a downloadable, quick, and you can choose to make these recipes as you go. Each night you can click through for free to once a month meals and make them each night. If you want to make them ahead, which is what we do suggest, you would do what I am doing today, which is I pre-purchased all of the ingredients for this meal plan using the grocery list that came with my once a month meals membership. I set it to the number of servings that I wanted to do, 4 in this case, and I went through and I purchased all the stuff at the grocery store. Grocery list. All right, now I am on to the prep stage. There is very little prep with this. This is the prep. I've got to dice up 2 pounds of, I'm going to show you in just a second, 2 pounds of boneless chicken. I have to dice up some cilantro and some onions, and then it says garlic, but I am just using the pre-chopped garlic. So that's the prep list. I'm coming home, it's telling me exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do prep instructions to assembling those recipes all while we're live here, okay? And this is going to tell me exactly what order to do them in. So I'm going to have this. It should be so simple for me. If you are not an organized person, if you can't keep yourself organized in the kitchen, this is for you. It is to keep you organized in the kitchen and to make it as efficient as it could possibly be. Over here, for some of you, my camera, this thing is supposed to move, but come on. come on, over here in this area. My Instagram people can't see, but I'm just shouting. Over here on my table are all of the ingredients portioned by recipe, so that will help us too. All right, are we ready to go? Who's gonna set the timer? Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for joining us today. All right, we're gonna set the timer because I am going to start the prep. 105 of prepping the onions. I'm gonna do the vegetables first. I will try to answer questions or say hi to you, but when I'm using a knife, that's not gonna happen. So talk amongst yourself, ask some questions, introduce yourself, put your name, where you're from. I just cut that off wrong. Where you're from in the world, what brings you here. Give these lives some love so other people, if you know somebody that could use a meal plan like this, share it with them. That would be lovely. That is something you can do. You could go over and click and go ahead and get the PDF download so that you know what we're doing and you can kind of see it in real time. And yeah. So this is calling for 2 medium onions diced. It is going to be used in 2 different recipes, so I'm gonna have to be careful that I don't use them all in one recipe. My prep sheet actually tells me this is used in taco soup and honey bourbon chicken. 2 of our most popular recipes. Honey bourbon chicken is the #1 favorite on the site. And fun fact, it doesn't have bourbon. It's bourbon street style. But it has won over many a picky eater. So I will have, effectively when I'm done, 20 meals that I would then have ready for the month of February and not have to cook dinner each night. My family situation's a little different, whereas I actually won't be able to eat many of these meals. I think I'm going to have to auction these off. 1, because I'm not gluten-free, and 2, because I have a red chili pepper allergy. So I can't necessarily enjoy this meal plan, but I wanted to show you how possible it is, and I don't mind making it. And I wanted to see how much I could do it for. And then my friends will just benefit because they'll get to enjoy these meals. And I don't mind doing that. All right, I can't look at the camera. Do not look at the camera when you're cutting onions. Do not cut your fingers off on camera. Although I'm guessing that would probably have some great views, would it not? That would probably get us some great views, would it not? Welcome, stick around, share. I am in the middle. I'm not in the middle. I am just getting started with the Thaw or Not meal prep. A lot of times when we're doing a meal plan, we'll say prep the night before or prep. There is so little prep in this, you don't have to have done it the night before. It is fine to do it right then. And provided your kids take a decent nap, if you have them, you should be able to get this done in a nap time. What else? If you're a work from home, you could get it done during maybe a home lunch hour. Adding some excitement. I think that's my biggest fear. It's cutting myself on camera. So I don't think that would go down real well. So I have to chop onions and cilantro, and then some chicken. So I'm doing the veggies first so that I am only dirtying one cutting board. again, I bought all of these groceries at Aldi. I spent $145. I estimate I had a few of the ingredients on hand. If you don't have anything but the spices on hand, then you would be spending somewhere around $160. Regionally. I'm sure it is affected regionally. Again, please introduce yourself. Say hi. Have you ever freezer cooked? Do you shop at Aldi? Do you meal prep? I also am going to, so I bought some chicken breasts. My Aldi actually had chicken breasts on sale for cheaper than chicken thighs. I don't really love chicken thighs, and even though I'm not going to be able to eat many of these meals, I'm going to auction them off. I prefer chicken breasts over thighs. I also prefer savings. So when chicken breasts are less than chicken thighs, that's what I'm going to do. So instead of chicken thighs, I am going to use chicken breasts. And so I am going to cut, those chicken breasts are huge, right? I'm going to cut them down also so that they will cook more evenly for whoever is getting these meals. All right. Onion is prepped. I am going to clean this off just so that the onion juice isn't making me cry. And then we're going to do parsley. I had me buy a bunch because you can't buy less than a bunch. And I need 1.5 cups. All right, who do we have here? Anybody? I miss Aldi so much living in Canada. Oh, I know, right? I have some Canadian friends. Been up to Canada. Do you feel like No Frills is close to Aldi or no? What is your thought? We have other Canadians here. Hello. Aldi is 1.5 hours away. You should market to college students, parents of college students. Freezer meals are game changing. Yeah, absolutely. Grace. Hi, Grace. Oh, thank you for your beautiful questions. Yes, we should. Maybe you could help us figure that out. I feel like it's easiest to market to who I am and who I'm serving, and my kids aren't in college yet. But yes, we've had college students do it. In fact, fun fact, we used to be called once a month mom. And one of the reasons we changed it is because we had several college students who were doing it. And when people would ask them, what are you doing? And they're like, once a month mom. No, I'm not a mom. So that's one of the reasons we changed our name. It's because we're more than just for moms. Moms is sort of one of the main target demographics, but absolutely for other demographics as well. All right. So there's cilantro. Again, it doesn't need to be super chopped. And now I'm on to just needing to process chicken. So cut some chicken up, diced chicken. There is a taco soup that calls for diced chicken. Also a very popular recipe. I only need 2 pounds. All right, let's look at this. So this one is 2.29 pounds, right? No, that's the price per pound. That's 5 pounds. All right, so about half of this. So, I mean, again, people, this is a chicken breast, okay? It is probably a pound itself. You need to cut this up. You need to make this into more than one serving. First of all, this is more than one serving. And second of all, it's not going to cook it's gonna take forever to cook if you don't. So I'm going to dice this particular chicken because I need that for the taco soup. But the other chickens, I am also going to dice them up. Sorry, I'm realizing I didn't get containers out for that. How is everybody doing today? Give it some love. Love? Can you hit your screen? Can you just hit it? Maybe hit my face. Do you have some aggression to take out? You could do that too. All right. Dicing up some chicken. And then we're going to be on to assembly. So 10 minutes in. Again, we have a clickable Aldi meal plan we're very excited about. It is to help you through the month of February to make cost-effective, make-ahead meals that are simple, showing you can do it. It doesn't take a lot of time. It doesn't take a lot of money. So we made a ready-to-make meal plan. For those of you who just want to take something and run with it, it is perfect for that. It will go in the slow cooker or the Instant Pot. I am not sure what the cat is chasing, but I'm happy about it because it's keeping her entertained. I will look at some more questions when I am done, and your introductions when I am done with this. I think I did see Grace ask, what's my favorite Ohm recipe? Oh, it's so hard. Probably chicken parm. Chicken parm. It's a family recipe. I love that one. I make the tangy beef stroganoff, also a family recipe. There's a honey bourbon chicken in this. It's pretty good. I haven't had it in a while. But I tend to do single serving meals, and I do those a little differently, and I just have a medley. Again, this is the most laborious part of this whole meal plan, is cutting up this chicken. I regularly make like baked chicken fajitas as a single serving meal with some Mexican rice. I also, oops, just realized. I just realized I left an ice cube melting. It's part of what she's playing with. What else do I do? No, I have lots. It is like chili season, so we do have a jalapeno popper chicken chili that everybody loves. It's really good. Many of the recipes on here are family favorites on this particular meal plan. All right. It's always interesting to do both. All right, thank you for the love. All right, that's down. So I think I've spent 10 or 15 minutes just, oh, it's not actually. I mean, the diced chicken is done, but I told you. I mean, this chicken breast, like, it's the size of my head. So I'm going to cut this into pieces. This is why I tend to use tenders even, but tenders are kind of expensive, so it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna cut this chicken up, and the recipes that call for breasts, I'm just going to it doesn't tell you, it tells you pounds of breast, it doesn't tell you numbers of breasts. So that will work, and I'll just use the packaging pounds to make that determination. Put some music on or something. Maybe that would have helped. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you are just joining us, I am doing the Thaw or I'm assembling. I am prepping and assembling the Thaw or Not meal plan. It is 10 recipes, doubled to 20 meals. I did it for 4 servings each. You can change it to whatever you want, however many servings you need, but for 4 servings. I bought this all at Aldi for a total of $145. $160 if I had bought all of the ingredients. There were a few I had on hand already. So now I'm just getting the ingredients ready to be assembled. I wanted to show that you could do it, wanted to show on camera that you could do it in an hour, from prepping the ingredients to assembling, so that if you can't find an hour of your life to save multiple hours next month, there's probably not much I can do for you. You gotta have at least an hour. But this is the quickest hour. And again, you would have meals done for every weeknight, except for Valentine's Day, for the month of February, if you did this. We made this clickable calendar. I have it behind me so that you could do this quick and easy, visually see the recipes. And I don't know about you, but I am a visual learner. I see it so much, so when I see it in a calendar form, I'm like, that makes sense to me. That makes sense. And I know so many of you just want things that you can, and I will pause to look at comments and introductions when I am in between, right after I get done cutting the rest of this chicken. I know many of you just really love like the downloadable, just tell me what to do. Like, tell me what to do. I don't know what that life is like because I had picky eaters and we had allergies and we had to customize. You could potentially do that with this. There are other meal plans, but we are focusing on our audience who just wants to grab and go a meal plan inexpensively. Welcome if you are new from Instagram. I have had a growing audience there this last week as we had a video go viral, which was amazing. Amazing. That video is at 8 million views. 8 million. When it hit 1 million, I was like, that's kind of unfathomable, like a million. And then it just kept going. And now it's at 8 million. And I'm like, 8 million? 8 million? It's like, that number is just astronomical to me. But I'll take it. So welcome if you are new to us from that. We're glad to have you. Hope we can help you freezer cook. Hope we help you meal plan more efficiently and effectively. Hello. It's good to see you. Yes, I'm running on 2 cameras because when you're a content creator, that's what you do, right? All right, I've not been looking at the camera too much because I was using a knife and that's dangerous. So I am done officially using the knife. All right. Excuse me while I wash my hands real quick. Oh, I'm not actually done using the knife. Hold on a second. I'll show you why I'm not done. This calls for pork roast, and it calls for chuck roast or some kind of beef roast. They were out of chuck roast, so I went with London broil. So I do need to cut these up, not up. I just need to cut them in half. So let me get the other meat out of the way. So that we are not cross-contaminating. No worries, folks, no worries. No cross-contamination here. What's nice about when you are freezer cooking and you're like, maybe you're just a couple, maybe you're single, or maybe there's just one person, you can buy a roast like this and it not go to waste because it's gonna go in your freezer. And when it goes in your freezer as a complete meal, rather than just an ingredient, it's so much easier to, you know, you don't have to prep the meal the night you're gonna use it. You don't have to, you're defrosting the whole entire meal, not just the meat to be used, so. All right, so we got that cut. Now, in an effort to not cross-contaminate them, having to move things around in a way I wasn't expecting to. All right, lots of meat. I got lots of meat. All right, here we go. All right, what comments? Throw your comments, throw your questions, throw your introductions right now, because I am going to come look at them in just a moment. Thank you for the I might have splashed. Okay, this is looks like a horror movie over here. Ugh. This is not the best part of freezer cooking. All right, hold on just a second. Italian beef. So 4 1/4 pounds. How is everybody doing today? How are you doing? All right. Now I think I'm done. With that. Now, are we ready to assemble meals? Are we ready? We are about 25 minutes in, and we're about to start the assembly of 20 meals. There are all right. I am going to consult ones with meals to tell me which ones I'm doing first. So I have done my prep, right? I needed to prep chicken breast, diced, cilantro, chopped, garlic cloves, bought them already done, and onions. So that part's done. Now I'm moving on to the cooking instructions part, and it tells me exactly what order to assemble these in. It's no brainer. And for those of you who, I don't know why you people don't use the labels, but use the labels. Like, print them out. Even if you print them on paper and staple them to the top part that doesn't have the food, like, print the label. Like, here's why. The label has the serving day ingredients on it. So it has the instructions for what to do on the day of. So when you pull this out on what day, honey bourbon chicken on the calendar is on February 8th. On February 8th, when you pull out this to cook, you have the instructions right here. You don't have to look it up. You don't have to click on it. You just grab it and go. So that's why you use the labels. So I already have the trick to getting labels attached is to attach them before you're putting the food in it, before the bag is hot or cold or any of those kind of things, and then it'll stick properly, and then you can add it. So I've gone ahead and added all of the labels beforehand. Scotland, hello. All right. Sometimes it's hard to see with my cupboards. Happy Friday, indeed. Okay, we're gonna get to assembling. It says to do the curried pork chops first. So that's this one, and this one, this one, and this one. All right. Now, this one does take some mixing. So it says take a clear bowl. Well, to take a bowl. It doesn't say take a clear bowl. But when you're doing live, you should take a clear bowl. And mix the pineapple and juice with brown sugar. I have, again, for my TikTok peeps, I have laid out all of my groceries with the ingredients over here on the table. I have a video I can show you afterwards, but here is the recipe card for the slow curry pork chicken, and I have all of the ingredients, so I'm just going to bring them over. So I'm mixing pineapple with juice. All right. Brown sugar. How much brown sugar do I need? I need 1/3 of a cup of brown sugar. I need 1/3 of a tablespoon of soy sauce. 1 1/3, it's not 1/3. 1 1/3 tablespoon of soy sauce. Two 2 2/3 teaspoons of curry powder, which, funny enough, I was like, I didn't buy the spices. I don't own curry powder, so I'm gonna add that in a little bit. Or let the person who this recipe is going to add it in, because fun fact, curry powder has red chili pepper in it. Curry powder is a mixture and it contains red chili pepper, and therefore I can't have it. So I'm not going to, and then this recipe also calls for red pepper flakes, and I don't have that on hand either because, I am allergic to red pepper. So I'm not gonna buy it just for these recipes. So again, that's one of the reasons I freezer cook, is that I can adapt the recipes to my allergies and my tastes. All right, curry powder, ginger, red pepper flakes, mix that together, and then just gonna make sure that obviously the soy sauce and the brown sugar get mixed up, and then we're just gonna divide these. We're gonna place the pork chops in the gallon bag after they've already been salt and peppered. So we salt and pepper them. We're gonna put them in the bags, and then we're gonna put this over it. You know, I don't mind touching meat, but for the sake of cross-contamination today, and so I don't have to wash my hands every 2 minutes, I'm gonna use a fork. Okay, so there. It's one set. I did move my trash can right near me, so I can just dump and go in the trash can too. And then I'm going to divide the pineapples. And this is the curried pork chops. I am even going to, don't need to necessarily be precise with this. Most of it is pretty loose since they are slow cooker meals. Yes, they're loose slow cooker meals. So I'm going to actually pour the liquid in here and see how much it comes to and divide it equally. It's about 1 1/4 cups, so all right. Recipe 1 of 10, meal 2 of 20. Where do you think I should put these? Should I put them over? If you have questions, I probably can't answer them at this point. I'm just gonna put them on the table for now, where the ingredients came from. We'll move on to number 2. So that's this recipe. Slow cooker creamy Italian chicken is up next. Again, this one encourages you to mix it in a bowl. This one does not, in my mind, need to be mixed in a bowl. I'm gonna because the ingredients are so even. So this is creamy Italian chicken. Again, grabbing my recipe card. It takes mixed together. I'm not going to mix it together. I'm just going to divide it among each. So dressing mix. I'm actually going to put the chicken. No, I'm going to put the chicken in last. When you put the chicken in last, that means when it gets flipped over, the chicken's on the bottom. So, perfect. All right, it calls for this much cream of chicken soup. Do you all have Dream Farm spoons? This is not sponsored. But these are the bee's knees. This little spoon, I'll show you in a second. This little spoon has a little kink in it. It's a kinky spoon. This is a kinky spoon. So it can lay on the side of a pot or a bowl. It also has measurement in there. And it works as a spatula. It's the bee's knees. I have the little mini and I have the regular size one as well. I get like 10 or 15 minutes, like a handy, like, what do they call that in golf? Do they call it your handicap in golf? For talking while I do this, right? It's gonna take me a little bit more time because I'm talking. Do you all have questions about the meal plan, about freezer cooking, about the recipes? About where to get a hold of it? Hello, Veronica. Yes, the spoon is very good for as I knock everything everywhere. So we are on the creamy Italian chicken. This one gets served over pasta. And if you have the clickable calendar, you'll be able to it'll have a weekly grocery list too to tell you what serving day ingredients to buy to make sure that you have the serving day ingredients on hand. However, it is on the label. So I'll turn the label toward y'all. The label does tell me what I need for serving day, so there is no question. So does the thaw sheet. The thaw sheet is up here as well. That is also something that comes with it. Next is Italian seasoning mix. Italian seasoning mix. And then cream cheese. Well, and chicken. You know what? I need to go get tongs. You love to. Yes, you do. Maybe because I got you addicted. Hello, Mindy. Welcome. How's everybody doing? Why don't you hit that screen? Just hit. You can give it some love, or you can hit my face. Whatever you're feeling today. That would be nice and lovely and kind. All right, so I am on recipe 2, meals 3 and 4. Recipe 2, meal 3 and 4. And I'm about 40 minutes in. No, maybe a little bit less. I knew this was gonna be. I was like, boy, let it soften too long. Didn't mean to let it soften. All right, I'm just gonna have to wash my hands. No cream cheese left behind, right? No cream cheese left behind. All right. This is another very popular meal on the Once a Month Meals website. Just a nice comfort winter meal. Actually, any time of year meal. But, all right, and then this calls for a total of 4 pounds of chicken. I need to go get a scale again. If I'm gonna, I don't have my scale from what I used to do. I used to have a nice scale, but I don't make full family meals like this anymore. I only do single serving these days. So this is this is a throwback right here. All right. Throwback. All right. So, recipe 3 and 4 are done. How is everybody doing today? I am just getting the air out of these, and then I'm going to go set them over where the ingredients were for now. Okay. Now, the next recipe that it says for me to do is slow cooker ranch pork chops. Now, a couple things are going to happen here. We have these nice little handy holders, right? All right, have you all been, okay, this is time out from my keeping track of time, right? Have you guys bought Ziploc bags recently? Have you seen this new technology bag? I'm a little skeptical, not gonna lie. I really am. But so it's a bag, but apparently it stands up. It's supposed to stand up. So we're gonna test it out here. So it has these like, do you know what makes me nervous? What makes me nervous, and I'll show you in just a second. See the little like perforations that aren't really perforations? I'm doing liquid stuff. Like you're gonna tell me that do you guys see it? It's like a folding line, but it kind of looks like perforation. So I have a video where I show me setting this up, but you're supposed to be able to just stand these up without needing any assistance. I also realized I looked at the raw number for pork chops, and I bought the pounds of pork roast. Yeah, I messed up the poundage of pork chops, so I need to get a few more pork chops, but that's okay. I can do that, which will make my total closer to 159 than 145. So the pork chops go in. I'm gonna do pork chops in one, but the other ingredients in both, and then I'll be able to add the pork chops when I go get more pork chops. All right. Again, this one says in a large bowl, and I don't really feel like I need to do that. I just feel like It's so easy to just put these ingredients straight in without mixing them. We'll actually change we'll go into the database and change that actually, I do believe. Because when it's dump and go, it very rarely does it need to be mixed outside. It's mostly a divide and conquer situation. I'm like, where's my spoon? Where did my teeny tiny Dream Farm spoon go? All right. And then all right, I am working on recipe 5 and 6. Recipe 3, meal 5 and 6. Now this calls for 2.5 cups of water, which means 1 1/4 per. That is going to help with moisture in cooking. On the day of, I did these as a slow cooker versions. If you feel like you want to mix it around, like this is what I would do instead of using another bowl. I'd mix it around and then add the pork chops. So, all right. Save yourself dishes. We're all about saving the dishes. No need. The less dishes we do, the better life is, right? Anybody else have to do dishes as a kid? Every night. I think that was my chore. So I loathe them now. Once filled with solids, it stands. Today I'm deep cleaning. Nice. So there you go. All right. Next recipe it says for me to do is buffalo chicken chili. Another one that I am allergic to, so I can't eat, but it's 3 pounds of chicken, buffalo wing sauce, and ranch dressing. I am gonna use these just because I love them. They make me feel more secure. Tamales from the freezer, that sounds yummy. All right. I'm going to deathly allergic, not deathly allergic. I mean, I'd be really sick. I'd be very sick. I can zoom this. It's so easy though. This would be perfect. What night is this? I'm like, I should have looked at, well, you have playoff games and Super Bowl and stuff going on, which is part of the reason why we didn't plan for the weekend. But you could save, I'm like, do not take a big whiff of that. You could save this recipe for game day if you wanted, because it's a buffalo, slow cooker buffalo chicken, and you can just eat it in lettuce wraps, you can eat it on buns, you can eat it as a salad topper, you could make buffalo chicken nachos, like you could do so much with it. We have it on our meal plan as either buying buns or lettuce, but again, I think we're at 4th recipe, 6, 7, and 8. I think that's it. All right. So we're almost halfway through. What does it say to do next? French dip. So the French dip sandwiches, actually, this is where the beef roast comes in. Me too, as far as the gluten intolerant. Although I would much rather get gluten than get red chili pepper. Red chili peppers, they hate me. Green chili peppers, they're fine. They don't have a problem with me. Red chili peppers, no bueno. So, this is also kind of a sandwich type recipe. It's French dip, slow cooker French dip. And we do actually have you buying hamburger buns on the serving day for these. And on the calendar, they're February 1st and what else? Where else? February 16th. All right, so we need 3/4 of a cup of soy sauce divided between the two of them. I have to take this cap off. Otherwise, I'm gonna. Oh, does it not come off? Oh, that's not cool. Okay. Teaspoon of beef bouillon, which just means half a teaspoon per. The nice refrigerated kind. And the good stuff. All right. 2 teaspoons of black peppercorns, 1 tablespoon of rosemary. Peppercorns is one of the things that I also don't have on hand. I wasn't looking at the spices, so I have to get them for another recipe, so I definitely will get them. 1 tablespoon. Oh, here's my tablespoon. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway there. This is the 5th recipe. Oh, I didn't put the garlic in. This is the 5th recipe. And meals, I'm done. 9 and 10? Does that make that meals 9 and 10? I can't math. Don't ask me to math. That's why I built Once with Meals. That's why I built Menu Builder. That's why we built what we built, so that I didn't have to do the math. If you don't like to do math, Once with Meals will do the math for you. It's the brilliance of the software. So, all right. What's nice is when you freeze these meals, they're marinating too, both when they're being frozen and when they're being thawed, which is really nice. So that meat is nice and tender and juicy. All right, Granny's Italian beef. This is another one where peppercorns are needed. I was like, oh yeah, I need peppercorns. I could actually eat this recipe though. Well, if I was using, yeah, I could actually. How is everybody doing? How's everybody doing today? All right, so there's those. This says divide all ingredients between the indicated number of bags. So we have whole canned tomatoes. I just bought stewed tomatoes. If your grocer or Aldi does not have whole, just buy some sort of tomatoes. It'll be okay. Red wine vinegar. This is the one that uses pickling spice, which is why I needed the peppercorns. More beef bouillon. So I should have played music. Then I could have danced while we did this. All right. And then minced garlic. All right. It needs the beef. Where's the beef? Who's old enough to know that commercial? Anybody? Anybody old enough to know that commercial? Or did I just really date myself? Or did I really date myself? All right. Recipe 11. All right, we're right at an hour. But I've been talking. I do have a few more recipes. Maybe it's an hour and 15 minutes. All right. The next one it says to do is slow cooker honey bourbon chicken. You're gonna love this one. This is by far the most popular recipe on our site. Hands down, no questions asked. Far and away, the number one. Making sure I grab the right bag. All right, 3 pounds of chicken. Where the diced onion comes in. Change your angle just a little bit. Again, I think I'm on recipe 12. Is anybody else keeping count? 12. There's only 10 recipes. I can't be on recipe 12. Whatever. I guess I lost count. All right. 2 cups of honey. This takes a lot of honey. I know it's like, honestly, if you wanted to cut back, you could probably use half as much honey as this recipe indicates, and it's still delicious. But all the extra is an amazing sauce. All right. All right. Keep saying the same thing. Okay, so half a cup of soy sauce each. Cup total. I think it's just what's left in here, to be honest with you. All right, how's everybody doing? Instagram, you're quiet. You're really quiet. I'm gonna need you to interact. I'm gonna need you to comment. I'm gonna need you to say something. You're just too quiet. Well, thank you for all of the gifts. Wait, is that Lady Shay? You're so nice. You get my honey local. Oh yeah, that is amazing. Hi, Jean. Hi, Jean. It's nice to have you. Welcome. I sometimes can't see it because of, the cooking stuff. But Instagram, if you want to keep up with TikTok, you're going to need to comment. You're going to need to say hi. You're going to need to introduce yourself. I thought, I have all these new followers over on Instagram. I'm going to try out Instagram Live and see how it goes. But y'all are quiet. It's hard for me to do lives over there because it's so quiet. Got to count on my TikTok peeps to keep it going. All right. Oops, I'm not done yet. Get to talking. All right. 1/4 cup of ketchup each. You know what? I'm just going to eyeball this so I'm not dirtying a measuring cup. Need some vegetable oil. You're welcome to use other oil if you'd like. I know a lot of people don't like to use vegetable oil, but I'm trying to follow these as suggested. All right. And then garlic. That doesn't go enough. Once I substitute tamari for soy, I can have the recipe. Yes, and actually there's a lot of these recipes that you can, that you could still do. Or we have gluten-free versions of them on the site. So yes, instead of tamari, obviously it's not as inexpensive. Tamari is, although there are a couple of the, name brand like La Choy comes to mind that they have a gluten-free soy sauce that's very economical. So you could do that in this recipe. And most of the other recipes, obviously the cream of soups, that's not going to work. And you've got to watch the seasoning mixes, like Italian seasoning and ranch seasoning. But I've made my own gluten-free ranch seasoning and Italian seasoning before and totally done it. Done a lot of those recipes. There are cream of soups. We also, Mindy will yell at me if I don't mention it, we actually have a whole post on making cream of something soup for yourself. So I make myself gluten-free cream of soup. Cream of chicken, cream of celery, cream of mushroom. Cream of celery and cream of mushroom are so easy to make. And they could be substituted in instead of cream of chicken. Easily. So you could make your own or you can purchase it, but we have a whole post dedicated to what you would do. You could even make you could make cream of soup dairy free. So lots of options there. All right, I finished with honey bourbon chicken. And, I'm on recipe 7. Once With Meals would tell me if I would just listen to her. All right. We are on to taco soup. Oh, thank you so much for sharing the live. What a gift you are. Do you know that the best thing you could do for a small business or anybody that you follow, a friend, anybody, is not only come into the life, but share it, heart it. It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost. You can just hit share and copy the link and maybe send it or not send it. That just helps it. But I'm reminded over here. All right, we're doing chicken taco soup. We are on recipe 8 of 10. I am just over an hour in, but I've also stopped and talked a little bit. So proving that you can make all 10 of these recipes for a total of 20 meals in approximately an hour. All right, I need to drain some black beans. My clean kitchen is clean no more. I'm draining black beans, no worries. My camera was supposed to follow me, but it didn't. And my black beans maybe, oh, there. I thought maybe they didn't open. If I was doing this, I might add, I know that's me putting all of the beans and they're supposed to be divided, but I was looking to see if I had another can of black beans. This recipe only calls for half a can of black beans, but just felt like it didn't look like enough. Doesn't feel like it looks like enough. Okay. All of the diced chicken goes in here. I'm getting tired. All right. All right. Plugged in. Hold on a second. I had y'all charging and then for some reason the charger's not working. But it plugged you in because you're the most active, so. Taco seasoning. Taco seasoning is also something that tends to not be gluten-free, but again, you can make your own and do this meal plan. Calls for diced tomatoes with green chilies. Looks like about 3 cans of it, so I'm going to divide this last one among both. This soup looks really good. I really do wish I could have it. Diced onions. My store did not have chili beans, so I just bought kidney beans. And tomato sauce. Yum. All right. Recipe 8. So meal 15 and 16. Next, it says to do pesto ranch chicken. Thank you, Lady Shay. I appreciate your energy. What a gift. All right, we are nearing the end. There is a clickable Aldi calendar that this meal plan goes with. You can make these recipes each night, or you can make them ahead. And all of the ingredients can be found, as well as the sides, at Aldi. All right. It can be found at other grocery stores too. Let me just put it out there. You could actually use this whole plan at your local grocery store or at another discount grocery store. There may be some changes that need to be made or adjustments based on what products they carry. There might be some price difference, but I actually think I might go shop this out at Walmart. If you are interested in that, let me know. Because I think it would be doable there as well. All right. This is ranch seasoning mix that's going in there, and then we're also going to add pesto. Do you have a printable list for the meals? Yes, the printable list for the meals is actually a part of our meal plan membership, and that is a for-cost thing. The printable calendar is free, and if you're going to make it, and if you get the printable calendar, it'll explain all of this. This meal plan comes with step-by-step instructions. It comes with, you can scale all of our meal plans. You can scale to whatever servings you need, so you're not stuck with doing 4. You can scale everything. And what else was I gonna say? Yes, so, and it gives you a grocery list. It gives you step-by-step instructions. It gives you a thaw sheet. It gives you labels. It gives you all of that. With a membership. There is also a companion calendar that we are using this meal plan with for February. So if you were to make this now, like I'm doing, you would have 20 meals in your freezer, and we have a calendar that you can either download or print off that tells you exactly what to eat every night if you want it, and what sides to add to it, and gives you a grocery list for shopping those sides and any serving day ingredients that might be needed. So like one of the recipes on here has pasta that is a serving day ingredient. And so that's on the list. Does that answer the question? Thank you for asking something over here, Pinterest. Good. Yeah. I must have felt you answer. I must have felt you ask it. It's a great question. I'm glad to have some interaction over there on Instagram. We haven't had very many people. But you can go check it out. We try to give you as many resources as we can for free, but the proprietary software is behind a membership. You can establish a free membership just to see if the recipes and the experience is one that you like. We would prefer that you explore that before you pay us for membership, because we want you to be, if you're going to pay us for membership, we want you to be using it. And we want it to be something that's going to work for you and your family. Okay, and then it needs a cup of chicken broth. But great question. All right. So this is a recipe that typically gets chicken thighs, but in an unusual twist of fate, my Aldi had chicken breast cheaper than chicken thighs. So I went with chicken breast. But it's a pesto ranch chicken. And it's one of 10 recipes in 2 of 20 meals that I have been assembling over the last hour to show you how easy our Thaw or Not dump and go meal plan is. It's just super simple. There's no reason you can't do it. There's no reason. It's also the most economical meal plan as far as food ingredients go. Although, if I had to do it all over again and was going to remake this plan, I would not have put the Granny's Italian beef in there, because that beef roast was the most expensive. But with expensive beef roast, it was still only $160 for 20 meals at 4 servings, which comes to $7.50, $7.25-ish a meal. Are you going to tell me that you can buy a meal, a main entree for 4 servings for your family for $7.25? You can't even get a Stouffer's lasagna in the freezer section for $7.50. Like, you can't. And yes, most of these are mains, but that's why we made the calendar of sides too, because even with the sides, you're not paying. Like, I calculated all of it up. Making this meal plan, all of these mains was $160, and then adding the sides was about $25. Was it a little bit more? I don't know. It came to about just shy of $230. So $230 for 20 complete meals for every weeknight in February. Like, I don't think I can make it cheaper. If you can make it cheaper, make it cheaper. But I don't think I could make it cheaper. All right, we are on the last recipe. The last one, the last assembly one. All right, it is pork carnitas. And this one also, on serving day, we suggest tortillas or your favorite toppings. We don't actually list particular serving, but I did on the grocery thing. I think tortillas, whatever, like a rice, a cilantro lime rice, something of that nature. So it's a pork roast. And hold on a second. All right. Pork roast, salt and pepper. Okay. Minced garlic. I've lost my garlic. There she is. One, two. oh, that's where the cilantro comes in. So this is the only recipe that uses cilantro, so I can use it all up in here. Don't have to worry about saving any. I need a cup of salsa. This is one of the sides that we have, like chips and salsa with one night. I think it's with a taco soup. I have with carnitas. I have chips and salsa listed. So you could actually just use the leftover salsa from your cooking day and not buy an extra salsa. But I did write it in as if you were buying it. Now, this recipe also calls for tequila, and instead of tequila, we are substituting in chicken broth, okay? One is tequila is a bit expensive. If you don't have it on hand, if you have it on hand, awesome. Aldi doesn't sell it, or my Aldi doesn't sell it. So it's a liqueur. And it's easy switch, because this recipe already calls for half a cup of tequila and half a cup of chicken broth, and we're just gonna use chicken broth for the whole thing. So 1 cup. And what was nice is we already bought chicken broth for one of the other recipes, and the remaining chicken broth is what we need for this, and then we still have some extra. And because we have some extra, I'm just gonna put it in here because I don't want this chicken broth to go to waste in my refrigerator. So this concludes the 20 meals. An hour and 15 from start of chopping up the things that needed to be chopped up and to finishing the last recipe, okay? So I will take you off of your stands for a moment to take you over to the table of food so that you can see, and then I will also try to get a final picture with all of the meals. Because last time I did this, I did it with Instant Pot round containers, and this time I'm doing it with bags that can be flat. So all right, TikTok, you've been the nicest, so you get to come first. This is the table of all of the food. So all of the meals, nice. What am I knocking over? I will, and the cat. I will lay them out and make a pretty picture as well. But yes, that is 20 meals. All right. Now, which of you is coming over to do the dishes? Whoever's coming over to do the dishes, which there's not very many of. Most of these will go in the dishwasher. Get some of the meals. Instagram, hold on just a second. There we go. All right, Instagram. Here we are. Here is the table full of recipes and stray ingredients that I've used and don't need, but that is all of our meals. Pretty nice, eh? That is, again, for both of you. That is with this clickable calendar. So the Thaw or Not meal plan is separate. The clickable download is free. At least get that. At least go and get this so that you have a thought or a possible inspiration for a meal plan for the month of February. Do this along with us. You can click through, make these meals each night. We will be talking about this throughout the month of February, so it's not the last time we're going to talk about it. And even if you shopped these recipes all month, you would still be getting the same amount of savings. So, but if you wanted to go on to get a membership, you could do that too and make the meals ahead like I am doing. So, all right. I think that I am going to get off. You are so, hopefully she will be sending me her live when she's live and I can send it to you. Leisha, you know more about TikTok than I do, so I'm going to say goodbye to Instagram right now because there's not too many people here, and I will finish up on TikTok, but thank you so much for being here. All right, you guys, hold on just a second. I don't want to lose this footage. Do you all have any questions? I just saw that there's a lot of chatter over there, so I want to make sure I get back to that before I get off. Okay. Whew. Yeah, I can get it from TikTok. But we have had a couple download issues in the recent past with downloading videos from TikTok. So part of the reason I went in both places was to make sure that we had the footage in like that one was straight on, so it's probably a better angle than you all were at, but I was using what this camera is supposed to be moving. So yeah, we download them all the time and then make segments from them as well. That is definitely something we're in the regular practice of because that helps with content creation and being able to utilize things. Okay, so there it is. Just can't decide whether I want it to be in the feed or not. We'll see. I don't know. Social media baffles me. It is a lot to take in. Because what works in one doesn't work in another. And something you think, oh, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be popular. People are going to love this, is not the thing that goes viral. And it's the thing that you don't expect to go viral that goes viral. Which is fine. I'll take viral any day of the week. So, anyhow. All right. I think I am going to go soon, though, because I am... Oh, my goodness. 2 years worth of Alex videos. I'm not sure what I would do with that. We save them on Dropbox, so then they don't live on our phones. So maybe you should do that. All right, lovelies. It was wonderful to see you. Thank you so much for being here today. I really appreciate you.